What's up guys, this is Tampatec and this is the Neabot N1 I had for about a year, works fantastic. And this is the new updated version Neabot N2. I'm going to show you all the cool upgrades they have for the N2 over the N1, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to set it up and use the Neabot N2. So let's go ahead and get started. Now the main difference between the Neabot N2 and the Neabot N1 is that the Neabot N2 has a new feature. It mops. The Neabot N1, however, has a physical remote, which some people like. Now this Neabot N1 does not have any mopping technology, but there is a version that does. But this version I have currently does not. The N2, it sweeps, it vacuums, and mops.
They both have 2,700 PA suction power, which is really strong.
Now you can instantly tell that the docks are a little bit different, but pretty much the same size. The Neabot N2 has an LCD screen built into the self-cleaning dock. It lets you know that the robotic vacuum is charging and the battery life on the robotic vacuum. It also has an icon letting you know that it's self-cleaning the robotic vacuum, and it also lets you know the vacuum bag status. Now when you open it up, you have the utility tool to clean your filters and remove any hair from those brushes, because it has a built-in razor, so it slices right through that. Also, the vacuum bag holds about 30 days of dust and debris. And there is a filter inside the self-cleaning dock. It has a Galaxy matte black look, which is fantastic. I'm a big fan of matte black, and the little glitter detail is really nice. I like the look. Over here, that Neabot N1, it's all white, which you may see a lot of more dust and debris collect on, of course, a white surface versus a black surface. We open it up and it's very similar. It has the rubber seal on the inside of the lid. You can remove the vacuum bag. It holds about 30 days of dust and debris. And once again, you have a filter. Now in the back of the N2, there's a cable management area where you can wrap up your cord. Fantastic. There's also the ventilation on the side instead of the back. Now with the N1, you can see the ventilation is in the back and there's no cable management. Also, if you look really close, you can see that the sensors are right here, and it sucks in all the dust and debris through this hole, and the charging pads are right here, which is spring loaded. Under here, there's a window with screws, and in case you get any pet hair stuck in there, you can remove the window and remove that pet hair. Very helpful. On the N2, you can see that there is a bigger suction hole. The charging pads are a little bit bigger and spring loaded in the front instead of on the bottom. And once again, you have that window with the screws you can remove to unclog any pet hair. And once again, there's rubber feet on the bottom as well. Now, comparing the N1 to the N2, they're roughly around the same size. And also, as you notice, the mapping technology is built again on top, which can scan your whole entire house, and through the app, set up no-go zones. So if you have a Christmas tree you want to protect, you don't want the robotic vacuum to get tangled up in that Christmas tree, then you can set that up as a no-go zone. Now, the Neabot N1, which is the white one, has a charging button, the power on button, and there is a mopping button, but this N1 does not have that feature. That's actually an add-on. However, if you do get the black N2, it comes with the mopping technology and the mopping pads. In the back right here, you notice that the N1, you can remove the dustbin, and same thing goes for the N2, you can remove the dustbin. The dustbin actually has the charging pads on it. Right here on the side of the N2, there's a reset hole. You could do the same for the N1 as well. On the N1, you have the sensor so it can find its way back home, and the bumper, in case it bumps into furniture, it'll reverse back and turn around. It also has a rubber strip protecting your furniture in case it does bump into your furniture. But it does do a good job avoiding obstacles. It has a similar setup. It has the sensors built into here so it could find its way back home, the rubber strip, the bumper technology, and the mapping technology really does majority of avoiding obstacles and it does a really good job doing that. Back here is the dustbin. You can easily remove it by pressing this button. They both talk to you, letting you know the status. Removing the dustbin on the N1 is the same way.
Dustbin is removed.
They're roughly around the same size. The N1 does have the utility tool built into the bin, which is nice, and it has the razor and the brush. You can easily open it up, just like so, and clean out the filters. I was showing you this one because this one is about a year of usage, and that's pretty much what to expect when you open it up after a year. And then when you open up, there's a HEPA filter. Now with the N1, once again, you can open it up and remove the HEPA filter. This is a screen filter right here, and this is your HEPA filter. Now, however, this dustbin has an extra feature where you can open it up and add water for the mopping pad. And as you can see, there's tubes that drip water on the mopping pad. So the mopping pad does get wet as it runs throughout your house. So it comes with extra accessories, which is fantastic. This is one of them. And you just slide on the mopping pad.
Enter mopping mode.
And now it's mopping mode, which is really cool. Now I wouldn't put any harsh chemicals into this reservoir tank because it can damage the tubing and mess up the inside. And warm water I would put into this thing, and maybe a cap full of Pine Sol floor cleaner. On the mopping accessory right here, you can remove the mopping pad and throw it in the washing machine to clean those. Now on the bottom, as you can see, they're very similar style wheels, spring loaded wheels, so it can climb up on area rugs, no problem. Now this N1 with the two front brushes, I think does a fantastic job cleaning. We're gonna test out the N2 with the single brush, but the single brush is mainly used for cleaning the baseboards. And you can remove the brush right here to maintain it. Same thing goes for the N2. Let's go ahead and remove this mopping pad.
Quit mopping mode.
And you can actually remove the brush just like so and clean out any dust, debris, pet hair that's stuck on the brush. To install the brush is really easy. It just uses a Phillips screw. If for any reason that this does not spin freely, you may have to remove it, pop it out, and then clean out any pet hair and then put it back in. They both work with Google Assistant and the Echo. So it does come with an extra brush, extra HEPA filter, screen filter, and many mopping pads. And it also comes with 2 extra vacuum bags. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is the new Neabot app, the blue icon, and you want to register, of course. All right, so now we're going to add a robot. So you can use 2 robots with 1 app. So if you have upstairs, you want to clean with 1 robot, and then downstairs you want to clean with another robot, you can do that with this app. All right, so let's go ahead and hit add robot. Let's go ahead and start. So of course you want your phone Wi-Fi on the same wireless network as the robotic vacuum, and you want to be within 20 feet of the wireless router. And it uses a 2.4 gigahertz connection. So we're going to set up the N2, which is right here. Press and hold for 5 seconds to turn on the unit. It is turned on, so let's go ahead and continue. All right, so now we want to press and hold both buttons for 5 seconds until we hear a prompt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wi-Fi has been reset.
It is flashing, looks like. All right, so we'll go ahead and select that. Wi-Fi has been reset. It supports only a 2.4 gigahertz signal. So let's go ahead and start that up. All right, so it should be connected now. Let's confirm. Once you put in your Wi-Fi password, it should connect and give you that prompt. I would say it's a little bit easier
Network connected.
and faster than the N1. Let's give it a name. I'm gonna put in robot vacuum N2. So just to keep in mind, when you're using the N1 uses a different app, it looks like. So I wonder if you can have 3. So you can actually add another one, I believe. So yeah, this is the N1 Plus, N2, Q11, and N2 Lite. That's this app is compatible with those 4 vacuums. All right, so it does tell you the battery life, which is 91% right now. And basically it comes out of the box almost fully charged. And then it tells you the charging status. Hit the charge button or the start button, which is the go button. And it tells you the minutes total clean time and the total area it cleaned. Tap this button right here and change the suction power. Of course, it's going to be louder. And the water volume too, if you have the mopping accessory plugged in. All right, so let's go ahead and hit start.
Start cleaning.
So it's on max suction right now, which is 2700 PA. So it's restoring the map right now. It's gonna map out my whole house, looks like. Yeah, and it shows you where the dock is right here on the map. You can pause, which is really nice. You can
I'm here.
locate the robotic vacuum. You can set up, you can change the lights and the volume of the vacuum.
I'm here. I'm here.
You can set up a schedule every day. Let's do 6 a.m. And we can set up total cleaning and save it. We have more functions right here. It has a remote control, which is kind of neat. And it has the firmware update. So we got to update that, looks like. I need to put it on the charging dock.
Charging.
All right, let's go ahead and update it.
Begin firmware upgrade. Upgrade completed.
Now that firmware is updated, let's take a look at the remote control features.
Charging. Start remote control. Charging. Quit remote control. Start remote control.
So the vacuum does work in conjunction with the remote control, which is kind of cool. Let's go ahead and hit recharge.
Quit remote control.
So click on that, and so we can go ahead and set up 2 times if we want to clean that area 2 times or 1 time, and you can move and adjust that as well. As you can see, it goes under my cabinets, so it is slim. Oh, let's turn it back around. Looks like it missed a spot. Looks like it takes a couple seconds for the suction to kick up a notch. There it is. It picked up a lot of Cheerios for sure, and pet hair. But you do have to give it a running start because the suction power doesn't start off max power instantly in remote control mode. So keep that in mind. There's a line letting you know its course of action where it passed through already. It doesn't bump into my feet like the N1 does. Now it's done mapping and it's done cleaning.
Start dust collecting. Dust collecting completed. Dustbin is removed.
And it looks like it took out all the debris. Just a cap full of Mr. Clean. Add the mopping pad. There we go.
Enter mopping mode.
All right, so right here on the right hand side, You can click on water volume, set it to medium, and then right here on the left, you can set a no-go zone. All right, so I'll go ahead and select, and let's go ahead and put this area as a no-go zone. Of course, you can shrink it to size. There we go. I don't want any vacuuming or mopping. And let's name that, I don't know, rug or something. And hit the check mark to save. And see how that's grayed out right there? I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's a no-go zone we just created. All right, so I got some juice in here. Now this feels very wet. Of course, you want to go ahead and rinse that out and dry it. So my feet feel still sticky after spilling the juice and running the robotic vacuum mop around here. I probably have to do 2 or 3 more pass-throughs to really get that stickiness off the floor. But the main features on the N2 that I like is the self-cleaning dock, and LCD screen is a nice touch. I like the fact that the mapping technology maps out the whole entire house, and then you can set up no-go zones. That's excellent. I love that feature. I noticed that the N2 avoids more obstacles than the N1. They're both fantastic robotic vacuums. I highly recommend both of them. And yes, you can remove the brush using a Phillips screwdriver, but if you decide to leave the brush on, I kind of wish that you had an option to run the robotic vacuum in reverse, where the mopping attachment cleans up all that liquid without getting splattered everywhere. Guys, if you found this video informative, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. If you guys are interested in the robotic vacuums, check out the links in the video description below. If you guys know anyone that might be interested in these robotic vacuums, go ahead and click on the share button below and share this video to them. Help someone out. Subscribe and hit that bell notification to stay updated on the latest tech videos. Hopefully this video helped you out with your purchase. Thanks for watching.